thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Stella, and today I wanted to share with you guys my current makeup routine. It is so simple, a few products, and I've actually learned to keep them separated from all my other makeup because I used to really love, and actually I still do love, a lot of colorful eyeshadow and lipstick. I just don't wear it every day, and I really enjoy that. That is my special occasion look, is something a little bit more colorful. So I tend to do my makeup in the bathroom because I use my hands and fingers. I don't use a brush. Can't really remember the last time I used a brush. And because of that, I realized that I don't even have a vanity mirror that I use. I just use the bathroom in the mirror in the bathroom. But so for the purpose of this video, I'm just going to be using my little compact here to keep me on track. And so let's get started. Now, I have a love-hate relationship, I guess you could call it, with foundation. I don't really wear it every day anymore. Even on my worst days, I just like it for special occasions. But instead, we're going to start off with concealer. And this is just the Neutrogena Radiant Cream Concealer, and I use the color Pecan. And I'm just gonna put it on my dark spots that I find distracting. I just don't think they really do much for my look. You know, let's hide these away. And I don't even need them to be really completely gone, as long as they're just muted. That's the goal here, because like I said, I just find them as distractions. And I think my quarantine diet is getting to me, because I have quite a few blemishes. This one right here is gigantic. And I'm just gonna use my finger to dab this in. And like I said, I'm sure it's not really the best right now, but doing this in the bathroom, it's a little bit more sanitary because I can wash my hands right after. But this is just to show you the gist, and I end up kind of just pushing it around, make sure there's no harsh lines. And if the concealer doesn't really hide any marks that are on my cheeks, I don't bother to put another layer because of how we're going to be layering our products, how I'm going to be layering my products. I think it ends up hiding them, and I won't need another layer of concealer. So I'm pretty happy with the way that looks. And the next step is a really fun step. So this is for my cheeks. I use these two products and they go hand in hand. I never use one and not the other. And I start off with the blush, and then I layer it with the highlighter. So these are from Perez, and it's an Australian brand, clean and a vegan brand. Actually, it's not just a blush, it's one of those cheek and lip tints, and this is in the color Hello. I love that their key ingredient is part of the name of the product. So this is the carrot color pot because the key ingredient here is carrot, and we've got the vanilla highlighter because the key ingredient there is vanilla. So really great color payoff, which is something I didn't expect from a clean product or like a clean beauty product. I guess that's just me and my ignorance, because I had never bought anything that was a vegan product. But the color payoff is really impressive. And this I put pretty much all over the cheek, and I do bring it up here. And we're just gonna tap, tap, tap and blur that out as best as possible. And just do the same thing on the other side. Now I look crazy, I'm sure. I'm sure it's not even showing off on camera just how bright this looks. But the reason then I start with this is because we can totally tone this down with the highlighter, which is what I typically do, or like that's the reason why I put these steps in this way. And you can always kind of dab back and forth between the two products to get your ideal color. So just, and I just go in with the same finger, and it helps with the blending. And we're just gonna start at the top of the cheek because I do want this to work as a highlighter, and just bring it on down as we build it. Now what I end up doing is start using my other clean fingers to blend this out and get rid of any harsh lines. These two products definitely put me on with cream products. They blend so well, and I feel like they end up looking like your own natural skin. And that's the goal I'm going for here, is if it's my own blood that's flushing to my skin. I feel like that just ends up looking so great. So like I said, I would be doing this in the bathroom, so I would be washing my hands. I'm just gonna wipe that off so I don't put it on my other products. And then we'll move on to the brows, because that is not a blessed area. All right, so for my brows, I use 3 products together, and we've got the Smashbox Photo Finish Shadow Primer. So yes, this is intended to be for eyeshadow. I find that it makes my eyebrows less greasy, so to speak. And I guess that's just because of the skincare products that I use. So I have a serum on and my moisturizer and things of that nature. And this will help my pencil to draw on that much better. It actually makes it a little bit tougher for my pencil to draw, and I like that because then I am heavy-handed. And I actually think that that's the reason I stopped using brushes, is I just felt that whenever I use a brush or a sponge, I really do tend to put too much on, and that will end up in my creases, my laugh lines, and I just didn't like how that looks. And when I use my fingers, I just don't get that. So we're just gonna make this a little bit tacky and make it a little bit hard to draw, and that really gives me a good guide to how my lashes end up looking. And we're gonna start off with the brush so we can brush these lash hairs the way we want them to lay. And I'll let that sit for a few seconds while that kind of settles in or sets. Then we're gonna do our lashes. So I've used this Maybelline Lash Sensational mascara for, I couldn't even say, maybe 2 years, maybe more than that. I just really love the brush, and it works wonders for my lashes, especially when I learned what I like to see on my lashes. I stopped kind of buying whatever the latest mascara is. I'm not a volume person, I'm a length girl, so I want something that's going to fan out my lashes and make them look as long as possible. And I think the mascaras that have the two-tone, so you put like a white primer and then the black or whatever color mascara you're using on top, I do feel like those really do make your lashes look long. I just don't have the patience to do two different. It just seems like a lot of work for me. I was gonna say two different layers, but I definitely put more than one coat on my lashes, so that's not the issue. But this is all-time favorite from drugstore. And if we're gonna go a little bit more expensive, their Real by Benefit is my favorite kind of higher end beauty mascara. Not that I've tried so many, but that is something that whenever I'm in Ulta and I feel like spending a little bit more than I probably need to, that's a product that I've definitely bought a few times, and I really love the way my lashes look with that mascara. I don't know which one's better, this or their Real. I feel like they both have their seasons in my beauty collection, but I love the way those look. All right, so now we're gonna go back to our brows, and I'm gonna start now with a pencil first. And I guess not start with the pencil, we already did some steps here, but I like to start at the bottom moving up. I feel like I have a very not necessarily a high arch as much as it's a little bit pointy, and it can look a little bit too angry, I guess. So I like to just fill it in a little bit lower here, make this a little bit thicker. Sometimes I go with the brow shape, sometimes I don't, but this is something I do like to do on a regular basis. They still really do have that arch, but I've just lowered it just a tad bit. And just really soft strokes, so this way I don't lose my hair texture. I'm just looking to enhance the brows. And especially at the beginning here, I go really light on my strokes, so it just doesn't look too wild. And of course you can kind of go back and forth here with the brush. I try not to brush too much, so I don't undo the primer. And moving on to the sister here, we're gonna attempt to do the same thing. It's so funny. Back in middle school and high school, when I used to wear eyeliner a lot, I used to do my right eye with my right arm and my left eye with my left arm. I don't know when I stopped doing that, but I put on my mascara and draw my lashes now with just the one arm. And it used to feel so strange. I'm like, I just can't get the angles right. But now if I tried if I tried to put anything on with my left arm, I probably would just, I don't even know what I would end up looking like. But anyways, then finally we go to the gel. And this I really like to use kind of the longer side. Rather, I've found the shorter side of the bristles are almost too pigmented and they make my lashes too dark for my liking. But this, again, I like to use mostly at the front, at the beginning of my brows, because I want it to give texture to my brows, not necessarily a color since I don't use the gel to fill in my brows. It's just to add a little bit more realistic touch. And just really, really gentle again. I'll brush them up and then I'll brush them to the side that they belong. And these here at the tail, I'll brush kind of up or outwards and then down. And I think that that really works to give my brows a good texture. All right, last step, or second to last step, is the lip gloss or lip color. I do tend to kind of mix between these two and the color pot, so I'll show you what all three look like. This is kind of something that will vary depending on the day or the mood, but just a light little tap on the color pot, and I put it towards the center first because that's really where I want color. The rest of my lip, I just want it to be moisturized or glossy. And what I really like about the color pot and the Pixie is they add a color to my lips and it really makes this whole look cohesive. And I think then that's what helps the cheeks look a little bit more natural as well, is because this color seems to be everywhere on my face and not just on my cheeks. And so this is running out. The burgundy color is more of a stain. The orange is the gloss. Do they have the names on here? I've had these for a while. So this is peach tint and the orange is fresh gloss. I tend to use the burgundy less, and the orange one is definitely running out on me. And again, I just put this at the center first. Do one of those. And I love the color that it's adding to my face and my overall look. Finally, it's the brown gloss, and this I'll put all over. Oh, it's a lot. All right. Now the final step is this mist. So this is from Pixie Beauty as well. This is their Skin Treats collection, and this is the Glow Mist. Clearly almost out, and I need to get a refill. My little spray is kind of going funny on me, so this is not going to be the most satisfying spray, and I know it. Okay. I'm going to tap that in. All right, so I'm gonna let that set because it is a little bit on the shiny side right now. But I'll be back with you guys when it is set and you guys can get to see the final look. So here we have the final look. So you can see the color pot just kind of peeking through, and that's what I really like about this, because the highlighter toned it down, makes this look so natural. I love it on the lips because it brings it all together, and it's just such a wearable, easy, glowy, everyday look. So if you guys know of any other vegan beauty brands that I should try, let me know down below, and I hope to see you guys here next time. So don't forget to subscribe, and please do give me a positive thumbs up if you did enjoy this video. I'll see you later. Bye bye.